This is Nathan and I'm Reviewer Guy, and I'm here to review the new Baroness album, Gold and Grey. This is the 5th album from the Georgia-based metal band. It's also the first album with guitarist Gina Gleason, and I must say, not only do I like her guitar work, but I also like her backing vocals. She adds a bit of a new dynamic to the band, and her voice works well with John Paisley's. Now, while I like Baroness, and enjoyed their last album, Purple, for the most part, my main problem with the band is I often find that their music doesn't really have a big punch to it. It doesn't usually hit me hard, and while I was trying to keep an open mind, I couldn't help but think that the same thing would occur while listening to this album. And after listening to this hour-long album 3 times, I can gladly say that I was wrong. I actually connected with this record, and that's something I've always found difficult to do with Baroness. This album is a lot softer than what I'm used to hearing from the band. Not that there aren't heavier tracks on here, but I love the more somber tone the majority of this album gives off. The interludes definitely help. They're not all winners, but they help with the album's flow and build up to certain tracks like Tourniquet and Throw Me an Anchor. This album is really an explosion of sound, and it's fantastic. There's a lot of ambience in the interludes like Anchor's Lament and Assault on East Falls. Sometimes they feel a little out of place, but that's not too big of a deal. As for the other tracks, a majority of them are great. You have the more somber songs like I mentioned earlier, but then you get into the more crushing tracks like Front Toward Enemy and Borderlines. There's a lot of variety on this album, and that's always good to see. I was worried Baroness were starting to get a bit stale, but then they proved me wrong with this disc. The vocals, the instrumentation, it's all so alluring, and I just couldn't help but fall in love with this album. Now, that doesn't mean I can't find any flaws here. It drags on a bit in spots, and a couple interludes don't really feel necessary to me, but as a whole, this is a fantastic album, and I highly recommend checking it out, even if you've never listened to Baroness before.
I'd do anything to feel like I'm alive again.
Overall, I give Gold and Grey an 8.5 out of 10. I'm happy to say I was pleasantly surprised by this album. It's not perfect, but it is still a terrific album, and who knows, it could potentially be an Album of the Year candidate. Thank you guys for watching the review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this album. You can follow me on my social media links in the description, and check out some more videos in the gimmick on screen. I'll see you all next time.